Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel if you saw my first video. If you haven't seen my first video already, go ahead and take a look at it. It's just on my main channel page. Today we are doing makeup inspired by Taylor Swift's Lover album cover. I'm going to be starting a new series where I'm doing makeup inspired by album covers. So I had to start with Taylor Swift's Lover album because I love Taylor Swift. Of course, I'm a huge Swiftie fan, and the Lover album just really was, out of all of her album covers, I was like, that's the one that inspires me. It's so colorful, and I did the little rhinestone heart that she has over her eye, so on the cover itself. So if you want to see how I did this, or if you want to follow along or learn some new tips and tricks, yeah, just stick around for the rest of the video. Alright, so let's just jump right into foundation. I'm going in with the same one as in my last video. This is like my go-to right now, the Maybelline Conceal and Perfect. And we're just going to kind of put that all over the face. And I'm just going to blend it in with this beauty blender. Just kind of get it all over, make sure I get all the around my nose. Under my eyes a little bit. The concealer will take care of anything I missed with under my eyes. Don't want to kind of cake too much foundation under your eyes. That can just end up with you looking kind of dry and cakey at the end of your makeup looks. That's why I prefer to just only put a light little bit under my eyes, just kind of what's left over on the sponge after I've put it all over my face, because the concealer will kind of take care of the rest. But I do like to go over my eyelids with it as well, just because I have a lot of redness there, and that helps cancel out when especially when I'm using like a lighter concealer. Okay, so next is concealer. I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 05. Like I've said in my last video, this one is my favorite right now. It's just really good for highlighting the face and all these areas and lifting sides of my eyes. And then I just blend it out all like that. All right, so next we're going in with powder. Again, my favorite go-to for powder is the Maybelline Fit Me in 05. We're just gonna kind of press it under the eye. That's what I like to do. Just make sure my sponge is damp, my flat sponge, and I just press it in instead of baking, because that helps with dryness. Sometimes I gotta go, since I have such hooded lids, I've got to go over my eyelids a lot sometimes so that they're nice and not wrinkled like that. And I'll just do that in the other eye. And kind of just press it in. I also go over my kind of more oily spots with the sponge and powder, and kind of press that in the spots that I have creases. The only place I have creases and I don't go over with the sponge is probably my forehead, just because it makes my forehead feel really dry and tight, and I don't want to pack it all over, so I use a brush for the rest of my face. All right, so once that's done, I'm just going to go over it with my powder brush. Just any fluffy brush will do. And then I just kind of brush it over my face. Just kind of, these are the areas I don't get super oily, but I do use like powder, contour, and powder blush. Pretty much all of my products are powder products, so it doesn't blend out if your face isn't set. If you don't want to set your face, I'd recommend you use like cream products. It'll be easier. It's not impossible to use those powder products over a non-powdered face, but it is a lot easier to just go over with a light amount of powder. And that kind of just, I do go over my eyes and kind of just brush any loose powder away. And yeah, that's it for my kind of base. All right, so next I'm just going to go in with my contour. Right now I'm using Profusion face palette. Looks like this. I've almost hit pan. Oh, I've hit pan on the contour just because this is my favorite. I'm just pursing my lips so I can kind of find that line. If you do have a bit of a rounder face, sometimes it helps to just drag down the contour just a little bit. Not like heavy, but just with what remains on your brush afterwards. Yeah, and so I do both my cheeks. I'll do my jawline, my nose, and my forehead as well, just going all around. All right, so we are done with the contour. I put on some blush and highlighter. I like to highlight my cheekbones, my nose, like down the bridge and just on the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead, just around the center. If you get super oily, you know, you might not want to, you might want to avoid some of those areas, like right here and maybe the center of your nose. But for me, I have pretty dry skin. And this isn't a look I'm going to keep on all day, so I'm not super worried about that. Once I'm done with my eyes, I also highlight my inner corners and my brow bone. So next we're going to do my brows. And with this look, I'm not totally concerned with how my base makeup looks because I'm going to be really painting over my face and stuff like that. So it'll be pretty distracting. So I didn't really cut my contour with powder or anything like that. I'm not super worried because I'm gonna, to exemplify the Lover album, I'm actually going to put clouds, rainbow clouds, or maybe just pink and blue clouds all over my face. And then I'm going in with like a big rhinestone heart. So it's really going to distract from any minor things that, you know, I didn't do because I didn't really feel like it. So what I do for brows is I kind of I have some pretty furry brows here, so I basically just outline them and then fill in any kind of missing areas. Like right here, I tend to get a little bit patchy, and I usually go under this area just to outline it and make it look sharper. And then I fill in the front part because it's pretty sparse there. And sometimes I go in and I just kind of create a bit of an arch here to match this eyebrow. Because for some reason, every time I do this eyebrow, I tend to get more of an arch. I don't know why. I think it's just the way my eyebrows are. But yeah, so I get the same on this side, patchiness here and sparseness at the front. So I just go through and fill that all in. And if you're using like a pencil like this, it's important to kind of lightly brush out your brows afterwards so you kind of blend that product and it doesn't look like you have harsh lines. Makes it look like your brows are more natural looking. All right, so next we're going in with eyeshadow. I'm just using my James Charles X Morphe palette. It looks like this. It's just my most like colorful palette, which is why I use it. I'm gonna go in with this blue shade in the crease because the album cover, she has like dyed blue tips of her hair, and then I'm gonna go in with like a pink shimmer over top of my lids, because it's a very pink and blue type album cover, and so I'm just kind of trying to keep with the theme of pink and blue. So I'm just gonna kind of do a standard, what I always do with my eyes, and then I'll go in with the pink, and then I'll be right back. All right, so we're done with the eyes, and I just use a pink from the Anastasia Amrezy palette. It's just a pink shimmery color. And I'm gonna put lashes on after once I'm done. Now we're gonna go in with this paint palette I got from Amazon. It's just an oil paint palette, and I'm gonna put clouds, like pink and blue clouds, on this side of my face, I think. And yeah, and then we're gonna go from there because I'm gonna do the rhinestone heart on this side of my face. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go in with the light pink shade, and I kind of just wing it when I go in with stuff like this. Done clouds a bunch of times. If you want to see those looks, they're on my TikTok and they're pretty recent, so should be able to find them pretty easily. I like doing clouds because it's kind of easy. If you make a mistake, it's easy to fix it. Usually they don't, you know, they don't look great till the whole look is kind of put together, but we're just gonna do our first little pink cloud here. All right, I'll probably tweak it a bit after I'm done all the clouds, but that's kind of the first cloud, sort of. Let's make that there. And then we're gonna do blue and pink and maybe a couple white ones in there as well. And yeah, I'll come back once I'm kind of done that part of the face. Okay, so we're done with the clouds. I added kind of some gold accents around my inner corner of my eyes, if you can see that. And I added some gold on some of the clouds as well to just give it that shimmery look. And that's kind of what I get from the album cover. Yeah, so next we're gonna go in with the rhinestone heart. I'm gonna use a combination of kind of bigger rhinestones and some little small ones with that pink right there. Wish me luck, this is gonna take me a while because I'm gonna have to stick each one on individually. But what I'll do is I'll outline the heart. I'll just do piece by piece and outline the heart with glue, my lash glue, and then I'll put it on like that, and that'll be a little bit easier than having to glue each individual one on. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I'll be right back. Okay, so we just finished up the rhinestone heart. Took forever, but we did it. I think it looks pretty good. Next I'm gonna go in with my lashes and we'll pick out a lipstick or a lip gloss, and then we'll be done. So I'm just gonna go in with a pair of really like fluffy lashes. I think this pair, this is from Kiss Lashes, that's the name there. And yeah, then we'll be done. I'll be right back. All right, so here's the finished look. Excuse me if I'm not smiling much. I don't want the rhinestones to fall off. But yeah, makeup inspired by Taylor Swift's Lover album cover. I think this turned out really good, and yeah, I love it. Follow me on TikTok or Instagram if you want to see more content like this. And I post a lot more on there than I do on YouTube. So, and if you're from my Instagram or my TikTok and you found this video, thank you for coming to watch, guys. Like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm going to continue this series, and I hope you guys stick around to see more. Bye.